Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm out here in the garage doing a little bit of cleaning, so that way I can start slowly getting back on working on the Lark. And I just want to give a shout out to everybody for all the support, prayers, and get well soon stuff. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I'm doing better every day. Last time we left off, the doctor wanted me to rest for a while at home. So it's been about 2 weeks and I'm feeling better. Actually went back to work today, was able to work a full day, even though I still ain't got my strength back yet, but getting better. So now I'm getting ready to get back on the Lark a little bit. And I got some stuff that's coming up. I got some parts coming in for the steering. So I'm going to try to work on that this week. I got to tear out the rear axle and the springs. But just kind of give y'all up to date what's going on. The last video actually we did on the Lark, we were talking about engine mounts and the headers. So let's get to that first. So I was going to try to use the original mounts and everything from the 300, which technically they would have worked. But my problem was I was going to lose clearance for my steering. So I went ahead and decided to make up some solid mounts that I'm going to be using. Got them tacked in place right now. It's going to give me a little bit more room. And so basically everything's mocked up for the engine and the transmission mounts. So this will probably be getting pulled out this weekend, so we can go in and finish up all the welding and everything. And I still got to do some trimming and welding underneath for the trans tunnel. So I'm going to try to get on that. Now, as far as the headers went, I had to, let's see, on the driver's side, there's 2 tubes that had to get moved to allow for my steering rod to come through. So they're over at a friend of mine's shop right now, Duncan Performance. He's going to change some tubes out for me, change out the collector, get everything re-welded. On this side here, we only had 1 tube that had to get moved, which would be the first tube coming out because it was hitting on the upper A-arm. So he's going to move that up more for me so that it clears all that. So that part's being taken care of. So here in a few weeks, hopefully I'll get those back. And update with hot wire. It's going to be another 4 weeks before I get the new harness back with my ECM and everything to wire the engine up, which is fine because I still got to rebuild the other engine. Just kind of test fit a little bit because we are going power brakes with this. And with the lack of room, I tried to find the smallest booster I could. So I found a 7-inch booster, which is going to work out great because it's going to give me the clearance I'm going to need for the coil packs, and it gives me enough clearance underneath here for my steering. So that's going to work out great. So that's what's up with the front. Yesterday, Ethan and I did some cleaning in the garage. Went ahead and got the jacks moved around so we can get ready to start tearing the rear end of this car apart. All this is coming out. The rear end, the shocks, gas tank, rest of the exhaust system, and the springs. These springs are for a 6-cylinder. So right now I'm on a hunt for a set of V8 springs for this. If I cannot find the springs in time, or it depends how long it takes to get new ones made, I might clean these up, add a leaf to each side to stiffen it up and re-arch it a little bit. So we'll see where that goes. The rear end now on the 8.8 is going to be going and getting shortened. This rear end is actually 3 inches wider than what's underneath there, but the good thing about this is that once we shorten this up the center of the chunk, it's going to take about 2 3/4 inches to do that. So basically it's going to put it centered up, which is going to work out great. So that's kind of some of the stuff that's getting ready to go on. And when I was hitting back with the steering, I've already got the steering column here. I've got the brackets. The only things left now is waiting for the U-joints and the rods to show up. So those are supposed to be there here on Thursday. So I pulled the dash out and I'm getting ready to strip all this apart. The only thing that's basically going to get reused is the actual frame itself. All this old stuff's coming off, getting down to bare metal, and basically just stripping everything out. So everything in front of this is going to be all new and custom, electronic gauges. Still going to use the ignition in the dash area. But all this other stuff is going to be gone. New headlight switch over here where the stereo is at. I'm going to make another bracket to come up through here once I take the padding out. That's going to do the heater controls. Basically, I'm just stripping all that out because, I mean, it's just really gone. These gauges are in bad shape and they're not going to work with what I'm doing here. So that's why we're doing all electronics. So I'm going to make a new faceplate for all of this. I'm going to rebuild this. I'm going to use this as a template and make a new outer shell with a clear plate in it. So there's just some of the stuff that's coming up right now. I'm going to take my time with this. Like I said before, with everything that happened with me going to the hospital and everything, I'm not going to have the car done in time for No Name Nationals, but I'm still wanting to go. So instead of taking 3 cars, we're going to take 2. I'm trying to get the logistics worked out on that. But basically, I'm just going to take my time, do a little at a time, not overdo it. Because like I said, I'm still recovering, but it is going to feel good to start working on this thing again and getting pumped up. So I just wanted to give y'all a quick update what's going on here at the shop. And so hopefully here soon I'll be starting pumping out some content of the stuff that we're doing. But like I said, I just wanted to give y'all an update of what's going on. And like I said before, I appreciate everybody's support, and you know, it really means a lot to me and my family. And other than that, guys, I want to head back inside the house where it's cool. But y'all have a safe one, a good one, and I'll see you down the road.